What's up? My name is JWEST and I'm here with Fallen Far Records and Until the End Studios discussing the song Spousal Support off my new EP, which you can find on all platforms if you click the link below.
I wish you could feel my pain and know that you're the reason. Wish it as a child I had something to believe in, not just shown reality of people and their demons. I already know how sad it'd be and I consider leaving.
So obviously this song is personal in nature. I grew up in a home where it just wasn't like the most stable, and so I think that I always kind of grew up with some of this stuff like really pent up, and then like 20 years too late my parents finally decided to have this divorce. And so, you know, what I'm saying in the beginning is, you know, I wish you could feel the way you guys make me feel, just so you would be like aware how bad it is. And I wish that as a kid I had like better role models. I wish that as a kid I had just more hope in general. I wish I had just grown up with more hope. And so that's what I'm talking about in that first little stanza. Because it's, you know, the lack of that has led me to some pretty dark places in my head.
That usually, even if I shouldn't care, know you'll hate if I express it musically, but that ain't fair. Nothing I can gain through guilt, so I don't even try. Plus it's not inside my character to wanna see you cry.
So growing up, like obviously I love my family and everything, so having these issues, it was like a lot of my life I've had to wear a facade, like not just my childhood, but my adulthood too. I've had to like mask how I'm actually feeling because I just don't want to be a dick. Which is what I feel like when I'm writing this stuff, but it's like I need this outlet. So that's what I'm saying. You know, like I know you'll hate if I express myself through the music, but it's not fair, and like I'm not making this because I want you to feel guilty. I just need to make this so that I don't fucking lose my mind. Is it cool if I'm cussing? That's cool, right?
That's true.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead.
I feel bad for feeling how I do. That's a brainwashed point of view. I had no control of who raising me was appointed to. Feeling like I'm about to break, but chilling for my sister's sake. Guess it's in my family to feel suicide is an escape.
Alright, so just like in that first line, I'm reiterating what I just said about feeling bad, about expressing myself. And I kind of hit on that, you know, there are times that I really want to just like let this overcome me as a human being, but like I've got a baby sister and I know that if I'm all fucking negative Nancy about it all the time, then she's gonna be that way. So like we'll conversate about, you know, some of the stuff that she feels, and I gotta put it in her head like, you know, oh, it's all good, like you're gonna get through it, like don't stress, like I've been there, you know, like I went through the same stuff, so it's gonna be all right.
This is where we've let ourselves picture it all years ago. Always saw this coming, but I feel like it got here too slow. Hanging up the phone, wishing that you hadn't called, wishing I could be here for you without being here at all. I got no problem.
Yo, so that last line, that hanging up the phone, wishing that you hadn't called, wishing I could be here for you without being here at all. I started writing this song after a phone call I had with my stepdad. Because the situation was just so ugly, and I'm trying to be there for like both people while having like resent for both people. Like, yo, it was just a mess. And so I mean that's exactly what that line is saying, is like, God, I want to be here for you, but fuck, I don't want to be here at all. Like I just don't even want to be. Yeah.
But what's in the past? Everyone's issues are under the mask. Take what I'm handed, I'm grateful forever. I'm making my best and the better, but what do you try if it isn't enough? I don't want to die, but living is tough. Cope with my anger and love you the same, but I'm no stranger to feeling ashamed. When I go home, I don't know who to blame. Wanna speak up, but stay in my lane. Back in my spot, now I'm alone with my thoughts. I'll be responsible whether shit happens or not. Do you know what it's like?
Alright, so that whole little bit, I really feel like I've gotten over a lot of the past. Like it still troubles me. And like I think there'll always be some degree of resent, but I love my family. Like there's no question about that. And really, I feel like I'm over a lot of the stuff that's happened in the past. It's just the stuff that continues to happen. Like the fact that sometimes my home life is like the most stressful thing in my life. That's ridiculous. I'm 25. It shouldn't be that way. So that's what I'm talking about there. And just mentioning like, I would go home after these phone calls I'd get from home, or go home after knowing that certain things had happened, and I would just not know how to feel because I'd get there and it's like there's love in the household at least as far as I could tell. So I don't know how to behave or if I should be angry, and then I feel like I'm not doing enough to protect the people I love or to fix the situation, and then like I would just feel guilty about it. I'd be like, fuck, why am I not doing more? Yeah, why didn't I do more?
Carry every outcome. I stay up and right, hoping my sentences can outrun you. What would you?
I think that hook kind of speaks for itself. I was trying to be clever and just hoping that by writing this I could escape all of it.
What would you do if you were me? When a phone call about abuse turns into 2 or 3, I mean, how would you react? Because I stifled all my anger. I've had some days where I want to put us both in danger. Are you proud of my behavior? That I considered you before I tried to be their savior. And is this what you would have done? Or if you were in my shoes, would you have been a better son?
Just to touch on it again, I don't feel like I did my best job trying to change the situations when I was growing up. And so I'm kind of having a conversation with my stepdad in that verse, being like, you know, I've never been the most aggressive person. And I'm really just saying, would you have done better if you were in my shoes? Like, because I think about that. I think about the way that people treat others, and I just ask myself, like, if you were being treated like that, you know, how would you react to it? Because I'm sure you would have reacted to it different than me, just like sitting there on the sidelines. And that, again, it just made me feel guilty. So that's just me expressing it.
And maybe this can be the culmination. All the hurt is worth it if motive to motivation. I put my feelings in my phone, make me feel less alone. And maybe there will come a time to show the nation we ain't gotta let this break us down. We ain't gotta let this break us down. We'll always be depressed and feel like we ain't loved. That's the devil on our chest and we have to rise above. I make the most of being abused and being confused. Being abused and being confused. Maybe I won't feel ashamed if it all pans out. I won't feel like I'm a loser when I wanna stand out. And my dad won't fucking kill himself, and neither will my sister. We can put to sleep the daydreams that only bring us misery. And my dad won't fucking kill himself, and neither will my sister. We can put to sleep the daydreams that only bring us misery.
So that was my attempt at trying to end things on a positive note. It's just like when I would have these real in-depth conversations with my baby sister, and we talk about bad shit, and at the end, like, it's always gotta be, we're gonna get through this, everything's cool, there's no need to do anything drastic, you know, wait it out, grind it out, things are gonna get better. And that's my attempt at, like, giving that message to everybody else who can relate to what I'm talking about. Like, it's gonna be all good, you know, like, we're gonna get through it, shit's gonna be cool, we're gonna do good things for ourselves by hopefully pursuing what we're passionate about, like I'm trying to do right now. I've been writing since I was in the 7th grade, and I've generally been a pretty down person, and people are like, no one wants to hear about the shit you're sad about, which I disagree with. Fuck them. Yeah, so that's Spousal Support. I hope y'all dig it.